How you doing? Yes, Happy New Year. It's already 2024. It's the D-Day. It's actually 1st January 2024. Happy New Year. Woo! So, on that note, I'll make this lesson extremely short so that you can continue enjoying our holiday. Okay? Yes, my name is Kathu and welcome to my channel, Landmark with Kathu. So, I believe you've seen the title. Today we'll be talking about order of operations, okay? This is a very easy and fun topic. Let's dive right into it. Okay, so what is order of operations and why do you think it's in the maths syllabus? So the word order, just as the name suggests, explains how we should do things and at what time it is in. Okay, and to be honest, I think the world would be very chaotic if we didn't follow any kind of order. Because so and orderliness is what do I say? Orderliness is what helps us live like sophisticated human beings. So because otherwise we'd be something else. So let's take a look at how government offices or hospitals operate, for instance. Okay, so these are organizations that people go when they need help with something. Okay, but the thing is that there are so many people who want to be served, but the manpower isn't that much. Okay, so in such a case, we queue in line. Okay, we queue in line as we wait for those who came before us to be attended to first. Okay, so if there was no order like queues, for instance, people would be scrambling left, right, and center. Like I started by saying, if we didn't follow any kind of order, the world would be very chaotic. Okay? Another good example is the traffic lights or traffic rules. Okay? So these are used to control traffic. Red means stop, amber means get ready, and green means go. Okay? So these are the rules that motorists follow when driving to avoid unnecessary accidents. Are we together? And you'll also notice that these traffic lights or traffic rules are put in roundabouts or at junctions in order to maintain a certain kind of order. Okay? So clearly, you can all agree with me that order is extremely important, okay? And that is exactly why this topic is in the maths syllabus, order of operations, okay? So order of operations is basically, you can say, mathematics rules that make maths look orderly, okay? Like if you didn't have these rules, then that would mean that there'd be a bunch of answers for every one question. Okay? Yes, and so far we've gone through the operations we have in math, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so what happens when we have all these operations in a question? What happens when we have all these operations in a question? We use something called BODMAS. We use something called BODMAS. Are we together? BODMAS is brackets. BODMAS stands for brackets of order or exponentials or power, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay? So O stands for order or exponentials or power. Or powers. Okay, so let's look at an example. Let's go through this question over here. Okay, so anytime you see a question like this, a question that requires us to do Anytime you see a question like this, a question that requires us to do many operations, the first thing that should come to your mind is BODMAS, okay? BODMAS. So this is an acronym that really comes through for when you're tackling such questions. Okay, so we can write it here so to remember BODMAS. Okay? Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay? Okay, so BODMAS dictates that we start by removing the brackets. Okay? So what is in the brackets? 3 plus 5. Okay? And you know that 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay? 3 plus 5 is 8. So we'll now rewrite the whole question and replace the bracket with 8. Okay? So let's do that. We have 36 divided by 6 times 3 plus 2 squared minus 8. Okay? Are we together? Yes. So the next thing we need to do is the order. Okay, so we'll need to remove any power that we have. Are we together? So we have a power here, and we know that 2 squared is the same thing as saying 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, so that means that we'll replace this 2 squared with 4. Okay, and read the whole question. So 36 divided by 6 times 3 plus 4 minus 8. Okay, we are still following BODMAS. We've removed the brackets. We've done this part. So the next part is to divide. Okay, division. 36 divided by 6 is, what is 36 divided by 6? 36 divided by 6 is 6. Okay, so we'll replace this 36 divided by 6 with 6 and then rewrite the whole question. So we have 6 times 3 plus 4 minus 8. Are we together? Then the next step would be to multiply. What is 6 times 3? 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, so that means that we'll replace 18 with this part here. Okay, so we'll have, let's rewrite the question. So 6 times 3 we've said is 18, so we'll write 18. Okay, yes, so we've done division and multiplication. Are we together? Yes. So now here we'll add and then subtract. So what is 18 plus 4? 18 plus 4 is 22, so we'll replace this with 22 minus 8. This is a 2, eh? Don't know, it looks different. Okay, so 22 minus 8. What is 22 minus 8? 22 minus 8 is 14. Okay, and that is the answer to that question. Are you together? Have you understood? So let's go through one last example. Here. Okay? Yes. So first step would be to write BODMAS. Anytime you see a question like this, the first step would be to write the acronym BODMAS. Okay? So BODMAS dictates that we first start by removing the brackets. So brackets. So 16 times 180. What is 16 times 180? We covered multiplication of whole numbers some time back. So if you don't know how to do something like this, I will leave the link to that lesson in the description box below, so you're all on the same page. So when you do this, you're supposed to get 2,880. Okay, so we'll now replace the bracket with this number here. So we have this divided by 90. Are we together? Yes, we don't have any O. The next step is to divide. Okay, so we'll divide these two numbers. Okay, what is this divided by 90? This divided by 90 is, let's write it out. This divided by 90 gives us 32. Okay, So when you divide this by 90, you're supposed to get 32. And if division is a challenge, I'll leave the link to the lesson on division of whole numbers in the description box below, so you're all on the same page. So, so now we'll replace this number here with 32. Are we together? So we'll have this plus 32. Okay, when you add this, what are you supposed to get? When you add this, you're supposed to get 1476. Okay, and just like that, you have your answer. Okay, yes. So I'll stop there for today. And since it's a holiday, I won't leave you with any question for practice. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't practice. Okay, so make sure you look for questions to practice with, because as we all know, practice makes perfect. Okay, additionally, I'd like to mention that I offer tutoring services. So if you're interested in getting tutored, please make sure you fill out the Google form that I've included in the description box of this video, as well as all my other videos. Okay, I'll reach out to you as soon as possible. Okay. So if you enjoyed the lesson, feel free to like, share, because sharing is caring, and subscribe so that you don't miss anytime I upload a new video. Subscribing is free. Yay! See you in 2 weeks' time. Same time, same place. Bye!